Hi there, Lester Fields here. I'm returning to Rose with all the key fragments in hand so that she can somehow combine them into a master key to unlock the Raiders' cache. I reach the top of the world and immediately head on up to the observation level.
Hey, it's you! Whatever your name was. You got those key fragments for me? I'll take those for safekeeping. There's just one more little thing. David, he had a mistress named Rosalyn. She wound up doing something stupid out of love for the man. Tried to lead a raid on Charleston on Christmas Eve so she could bring him back something nice. Got herself killed in the process. We never were able to recover the body. I would have gone to do this myself, but, well, it's personal. Now, in order to create the cache master key from those passwords you got, I need the holotape program she had with her when she died. You might have to look through the town's records to find out where they buried her body. I'd start with the Capitol building. That's the last thing, I swear. Then we're golden. Meet me at the cache in the basement of the ski lodge when you got that holotape. Hey, it's you! Whatever your name was. You got those key fragments for me?
This is awkward. Whatever happened to make Rose, it's a fair bet that her personality, at least, is based upon that of this Rosalyn person whose body I now need to find to procure a holotape from. I leave immediately for the Capitol building in Charleston, and when I get there, I hear from Rose again.
Okay, I see you made it into the city. But there's something you should know, if it isn't already painfully obvious. Charleston got flooded in a bad way. When David learned they killed Rosalyn, he took the mini-nukes we'd stolen from the Brotherhood of Steel and rigged them to blow up the dam. Damn near wiped the entire city off the map. Last I checked, the Capitol building is still standing. If any place was gonna have records of any of this, it'd be there. Here's hoping you don't have to dig up half the town to find what you're looking for.
I had heard from holotapes made by some of the responders about the Christmas flood in Charleston, and now I know a bit more of the story. I see some scorched as I make my way to the building entrance, but I ignore them. Then there's more scorched inside, and I have to go through them to get to my goal, so my power fist and I take care of them. Making my way to a little office in the back, I find a crime log terminal, which seems a good place to start looking for info. And there, under the name Jane Doe, I find that a raider was captured by the responders on December 24th, 2082, after the raiders tried to attack the southeast portion of the city. She had been put in a holding cell and was in serious condition, though alive, and she had a connection to David, the raider leader. I'm betting this is Rosalyn, and after a clumsy ambush by one of the Scorched, I head off to the holding cells, and then Rose calls.
Hey, sorry to break it to you, but I was gonna cheat you. I don't need a program to decrypt the key fragments. I'm a freaking robot. I just wanted you out of the way so I could get first dibs at the loot. At least I'm honest about it. Thing is, I couldn't go through with it. Either you've made me a better person, or there's some old remnant kind of Miss Nanny firing up and making me care about people. It's all worthless pre-war junk anyway. You can have as much of it as you want. There might be some good loot, but that bucket of bolts bellhop down there won't cop it up without a claim ticket. Good luck finding one of those. I couldn't even shake it out of him. And believe me, I tried. It's all yours if you figure something out. Alright, so there you go. That's it. Don't get all teary-eyed. I'm sure we'll do business together again soon. Until then, toodles. Oh, and before I forget, that uplink or whatever you were looking for is also in the cache. Hooray, you got it. Now don't go forgetting about me just because you got what you came for. I will find you.
So she planned to double-cross me anyway, but couldn't go through with it for some reason. I'm not sure how to feel about this, but I put that aside as I make my way to the holding cells, and there I find the body of Rosalyn Jeffries. And this leads to a deeper concern for me. From the notes on the terminal, Rosalyn was alive, though in serious condition when the responders captured her. Yet David Thorpe thought that she was dead. I'm guessing because all the other raiders died during that Christmas Eve attack. And David, in anger and grief at the thought of Rosalyn having been killed, used the mini-nukes on the dam, and that flooded Charleston and killed the responders. Could David's own actions have led to the actual death of Rosalyn, either directly as a result of the flood or maybe even indirectly as it killed all of the responders, leaving no one alive to care for Rosalyn, locked in that holding cell? I'm left wondering if the disaster of the Christmas flood could have been avoided if David hadn't assumed that Rosalyn had been killed, if he had just sent people to check, or gone himself. He may very well have found out that Rosalyn was still alive. But I'm finding out that such is the mentality of these raiders, to act on their violent urges and emotions without thinking and without making clear-headed decisions, much to the detriment of the responders in Charleston, and most likely to the horror and ultimate demise of the person he loved the most. And so I leave the Capitol building with more questions than answers, and with my goal now being the Raiders cache at Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, just adjacent to the top of the world. Once at the ski resort, I'm greeted by mole miners. I plow through them, heading down and down until I reach an employee-only entrance that's protected by a laser grid. Oh yeah, Rose did mention that I needed some sort of claim ticket to gain access. I look around for a moment or two, then spot a suspicious-looking floor mat that's just begging to be checked under. I find the Raider cache keycard and quickly use it to access the area beyond the laser grid. There's not really much of interest in here. I wonder if Rose cleaned out more of the junk the Raiders had collected than she let on. But I do find the broken uplink device that I'd been looking for since having been sent here by Abby at the Free States bunker, and also from following Madigan. And now, with all of Rose's business attended to, I can return to Abby's bunker and repair the uplink, but that will have to wait for next time. And until then, thanks so much for watching.